The ocean. Vast, enigmatic, eternally churning, a symbol of freedom and a graveyard of secrets. Its depths hide a myriad of stories, some whispered by the wind, others lost in the deafening silence of the abyss. There's an irresistible allure to the open sea, a siren song that beckons adventurers, dreamers, and those seeking solace from the mundane. It promises escape, a temporary release from the confines of everyday life. But the sea, like life itself, is unpredictable. Beneath the surface of tranquility lurks an undercurrent of danger, a reminder that not all journeys end as planned. For some, the ocean offers a chance to rewrite their stories, to shed their past and embrace a new horizon. The rhythmic sway of the waves, the salty tang of the air, the endless expanse of blue, they all whisper of fresh starts in uncharted territories. But every voyage, no matter how meticulously planned, carries an element of the unknown. And sometimes, the secrets we try to bury at sea have a way of resurfacing, their presence as undeniable and unnerving as a ghost ship emerging from the fog. Christened the Oceana, she was a floating city, a marvel of modern engineering. Her gleaming white hull reflecting the setting sun like 1,000 tiny mirrors. She boasted all the luxuries imaginable: opulent suites, gourmet dining, sparkling pools, a casino teeming with the promise of fortune, and a theater where every night unfolded like a scene from a grand opera. To those on board, the Oceana offered a temporary escape from reality, a chance to indulge in pleasure and forget the cares of the world. But even amidst the opulence, the vastness of the ocean surrounding the Oceana served as a constant reminder of the power of nature, a force that even the grandest human creations could not fully tame. It was this juxtaposition, the indulgence and luxury set against the raw, untamed beauty of the sea, that gave the journey an air of both excitement and unease. The passengers, caught between the allure of the extraordinary and the primal fear of the unknown, were about to embark on a voyage that would test their perceptions, their sanity, and their very humanity. Among the hundreds who had boarded the Oceana, their faces reflecting a kaleidoscope of emotions, was a woman named Anna. With her piercing blue eyes that seemed to hold a hint of sadness and a smile that rarely reached them, she was an enigma, a puzzle waiting to be solved. She moved through the initial bustle of embarkation with a quiet grace, her presence barely noticed amidst the flurry of excited chatter and laughter. She was traveling alone, seeking perhaps a sense of anonymity, a chance to disappear into the crowd and outrun the ghosts that seemed to follow her. As the Oceana pulled away from the bustling harbor, the city lights shrinking into the distance, Anna stood at the railing, her hair whipping in the wind, her gaze fixed on the ever-expanding horizon. She had come to this floating sanctuary seeking solace, a temporary escape from a life that had become suffocating. But unbeknownst to her, she had stepped onto a stage where a far more sinister drama was about to unfold. Anna's life hadn't always been this way. There was a time when her laughter came easily, her eyes sparkling with joy. She had dreams, a spirit yearning for adventure. Then she met Edward, a charming, successful businessman. He swept her off her feet with promises of security and comfort. Their courtship was a whirlwind of romantic gestures. Edward made her feel like the only woman in the world. He painted a picture of a luxurious future together. Blinded by love, Anna believed she had found her soulmate. They married within a year, a grand affair. The first few years were happy enough, or so Anna told herself. Edward ensured she lived a life of comfort. They moved into a luxurious penthouse apartment. Anna's days were filled with shopping sprees and charity luncheons. Yet, beneath the surface, a sense of unease began to stir within Anna. Before meeting Edward, photography had been Anna's passion, her escape, her way of connecting with the world. Through her lens, she captured beauty in the mundane, fleeting moments of joy and raw emotions. Her photographs were stories whispered through light and shadow, but Edward saw little value in her passion, dismissing it as a frivolous hobby. Gradually, under his disapproval, Anna's passion waned. She packed away her camera, her cherished companion. The joy she once found faded, replaced by unfulfilled longing. She felt like a bird trapped in a gilded cage, yearning for freedom. During an argument, the idea of a cruise took root in Anna's mind. A luxury cruise promised exotic destinations and a chance to escape. As she flipped through the brochure, hope ignited within her. Maybe this trip could help her rediscover herself and find her voice again. As the weeks turned into months, Anna found herself increasingly withdrawing from Edward, seeking refuge in the silence of her own thoughts. She couldn't pinpoint the exact moment when the love she thought she felt for him began to fade, replaced by a growing resentment and a deep sense of loneliness. Perhaps it was his constant need for control, his subtle manipulations that chipped away at her confidence, his unwavering belief that he knew what was best for her. Whatever the reason, the chasm between them widened, their conversations becoming strained, their silences filled with unspoken words. Anna considered confiding in her friends, seeking solace in their support, but something held her back. They adored Edward, blinded by his charm and success, and Anna couldn't bear the thought of shattering their image of her perfect life. So, she kept her pain hidden, her smile a carefully constructed mask that hid the turmoil brewing within. She became adept at playing the role of the dutiful wife, attending social gatherings with a forced smile, her eyes betraying the emptiness she felt inside. Standing at the cruise terminal, her suitcase at her side, Anna felt a surge of emotions wash over her. Excitement, apprehension, a flicker of hope amidst the fear. This was it, her chance to escape, to breathe, to rediscover herself. The air vibrated with the sounds of excited chatter, the rumble of luggage trolleys, and the shrill blasts of ship horns. Families, couples, and solo travelers converged on the terminal, their faces a mixture of anticipation and excitement, eager to embark on their journeys. As Anna joined the queue, handing over her ticket and passport, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was leaving behind more than just the familiar sights and sounds of her life. She was leaving behind a part of herself, the part that had been silenced, suppressed, and forgotten. This journey, she hoped, would be her chance to reclaim that lost part, to rediscover her voice, to remember who she was before she became Edward's wife. Stepping onto the Oceana's polished deck, Anna felt dwarfed by the ship's immensity. Gleaming chrome and brass accents glittered under the dazzling midday sun. The sheer scale of it all was overwhelming, a stark contrast to her controlled life back on land. Everywhere she looked, there was something vying for her attention. Gleaming surfaces, vibrant tropical flowers, the echoing laughter of children splashing in the pool. She wandered through the ship's opulent interiors, her senses assaulted by a kaleidoscope of sights and sounds. The air was thick with the scent of expensive perfume, mingling with the salty tang of the sea breeze. A string quartet played classical music in the grand foyer, their melodies echoing through the cavernous space. Passengers dressed in their finest attire strolled along the promenade, their laughter and animated conversations creating a cacophony of sound that bounced off the polished marble floors. Retreating to her stateroom, Anna found herself in a luxurious sanctuary, a world away from the bustling activity of the ship. The gentle rocking of the waves provided a soothing rhythm, a stark contrast to her frenetic life back home. She stood on her private balcony, gazing out at the endless expanse of the ocean, its vastness both terrifying and exhilarating. It was as if the sea itself was beckoning her, urging her to let go of her past and embrace the unknown. For the first time in a long time, Anna felt a sense of liberation, a lightness she hadn't realized she'd been missing. Here, amidst the anonymity of the crowd, She could be anyone she wanted to be. The weight of Edward's expectations, the suffocating pressure of their life together, seemed to dissipate with each nautical mile that separated her from the life she was leaving behind. The days at sea fell into a leisurely rhythm. Time seemed to stretch and bend, losing its usual urgency. Anna spent her mornings exploring the ship, drawn to the upper decks where she could watch the ocean change color with the passing hours. She found herself captivated by her fellow passengers, their lives unfolding around her like scenes from a movie. There were honeymooners, their faces flushed with love, their laughter echoing through the corridors. Families, their children's excited squeals a constant soundtrack to the voyage. And then, there were the solo travelers, each with their own stories etched on their faces, their reasons for being there as varied as the destinations on the ship's itinerary. Anna found herself drawn to a group of women traveling together, their laughter echoing across the pool deck. They were vibrant, uninhibited, their joy infectious. She envied their easy camaraderie, their ability to let go and embrace the moment. They reminded her of a time when she too had possessed that kind of carefree abandon, a time before the weight of her marriage had settled on her shoulders, suffocating her spirit. One evening, during a formal dinner in the ship's grand dining room, Anna found herself seated at a table with an elderly couple celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. Their love for each other was palpable, evident in the way they held hands across the table, their eyes twinkling with shared memories. As they recounted stories of their life together, their laughter echoing through the opulent dining room, Anna felt a pang of longing, a bittersweet ache for a love that had lost its way.
"We've had our ups and downs, of course," the husband chuckled, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "But we always find our way back to each other. The secret, you see, is to never stop holding hands, even when the storms come."
Anna managed a polite smile, but inside her heart ached. She and Edward hadn't held hands in years. The ship became Anna's temporary sanctuary. Free from watchful eyes, she shed the mask she wore for Edward. She unearthed her camera, its familiar weight a comfort. Aiming the lens, framing a shot, it was a language she missed. The ocean became her muse. She captured the sun dipping below the horizon. She photographed dolphins leaping in the ship's wake. She found beauty in the mundane, the sway of a life preserver, the deck chairs, the faces of passengers. Through the lens, she saw the world with fresh eyes. The camera became her shield, allowing her to observe without being observed. With each photograph, she felt a sense of purpose returning. One afternoon, Anna stumbled upon a photography exhibition. The photographs captured in war-torn countries were both beautiful and haunting. She felt a profound connection to the photographer. It was a reminder that photography was more than just a hobby. It was a powerful tool for communication and connection. Section 4. The Man with the Knowing Smile. A chance encounter with a mysterious stranger leaves Anna unsettled, his intense gaze igniting a sense of unease. Section 5. The Shadow of Doubt. Anna questions her sanity, the stranger's presence both alluring and disturbing, his smiles a haunting premonition. Section 1. A disquieting silence. The realization dawns on the passengers that Anna is missing, her absence noted at first by the staff during mealtimes. The news of Anna's disappearance spreads like wildfire, passengers speculating about her whereabouts and fate. News, like spilled secrets, has a way of seeping into the tightest spaces. The Oceana's crew initiates a frantic search for Anna, their efforts hampered by the vastness of the ship, and the open sea. The Oceana, once a sanctuary of luxury and indulgence, transformed into a scene of controlled chaos. As the search intensifies, suspicion falls upon the passengers, their seemingly carefree facades crumbling under the weight of fear and paranoia. The Oceana, once a symbol of escape and carefree indulgence, became a crucible of suspicion. Section 5. The Man in the Shadows. Witnesses recall seeing Anna in the company of the mysterious man, their descriptions eerily similar, fueling the growing sense of unease. Section 1. Ghostly Presence. The investigation into the mysterious man intensifies, but he's not on the passenger manifest. Section 2. Fading Memories. Witnesses struggle to recall specific details about the man, his presence both vivid and elusive. The breakthrough, when it came, was as unexpected as it was chilling. Amidst the chaos and mounting dread, someone remembered Anna's passion for photography. The photograph, now the centerpiece of the investigation, was circulated amongst the crew. The captain, his face grim, made a ship-wide announcement, his voice a mixture of authority and desperation, urging anyone who recognized the man to come forward. The chilling truth. The investigation hits a wall, the man remains an enigma, and the possibility of his existence being a shared delusion emerges. Days turned into weeks, the Oceana sailing on, a microcosm of fear and paranoia adrift on a sea of unanswered questions. The investigation, despite their best efforts, had hit a wall. The man in the photograph remained an enigma, his identity a mystery, his motives unknown. The possibility, as unsettling as it was improbable, began to take root in their minds. What if the man didn't exist? What if he was a figment of their collective imagination, a shared delusion born of fear and isolation, amplified by the oppressive atmosphere aboard the ship? The passengers, their nerves frayed, their initial excitement replaced by a gnawing sense of unease, disembarked at various ports, their faces etched with a mixture of relief and lingering fear. They returned to their lives, forever changed by their time aboard the Oceana, the mystery of Anna's disappearance, and the enigmatic man forever etched in their memories. The Oceana, its gleaming hull now tarnished by the shadow of tragedy, continued its journey, sailing on into the endless blue horizon, carrying with it the weight of unanswered questions and the chilling possibility that some secrets are best left buried beneath the waves. The investigation is officially closed, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and unsettling possibilities in its wake. The official investigation, much like the Oceana itself, eventually reached its final destination. With no body recovered, no concrete evidence, the case was closed, filed away as an unsolved mystery. For those who sailed aboard the Oceana, questions lingered, echoing through their memories. Had Anna fallen overboard, claimed by the ocean? Had she planned her disappearance, seeking a fresh start? Or was she a victim of something more sinister? The lack of answers gnawed at their peace of mind. They grappled with unsettling possibilities, their imaginations running wild. The Oceana continued its journey, seemingly untouched by the tragedy. But for those who sailed, Anna's disappearance lingered, a chilling reminder of the darkness beneath the luxury. The haunting smile. The image of the man, forever etched in the minds of those who claim to have seen him, becomes a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of everyday life. The man, despite the lack of concrete evidence, remained a tangible presence in their lives. His image, a composite sketch born from fragmented memories and fueled by fear, became a fixture in their nightmares, a chilling reminder of the darkness that could lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary lives. They saw him in crowds, his face fleetingly glimpsed in the faces of strangers, his unsettling smile a phantom grin that sent shivers down their spines. They heard his voice in the whispers of the wind, his laughter echoing in the crashing of waves against the shore. He became a symbol of the unknown, a personification of the anxieties that plagued their waking hours and haunted their dreams. Was he a figment of their collective imagination, a shared delusion born of stress and the contagious nature of fear? Or was he something more, a malevolent entity that thrived on their terror, his existence a chilling reminder that some forces were best left undisturbed? The uncertainty, the lack of closure gnawed at their sanity, leaving them questioning their perceptions, doubting their own memories. The world, once a place of order and predictability, now seemed fraught with hidden dangers, its shadows teeming with unseen threats. The open sea. The vastness of the ocean, once a symbol of escape and adventure, transforms into a chilling metaphor for the unknown, a reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed. The vastness of the ocean, once a source of wonder and awe, now held a new, more sinister meaning. It represented the boundless depths of the unknown, a place where secrets were swallowed whole, their truths lost beneath the waves, forever out of reach. The Oceana, once a symbol of escape and adventure, transformed into a chilling metaphor for the fragility of human existence, a reminder that even in the face of nature's awesome power, we are but fleeting passengers, our lives adrift on a sea of uncertainty. The mystery of Anna's disappearance, much like the ocean itself, remained an enigma, its depths concealing truths that might never be fully understood. It served as a chilling reminder that some questions are best left unanswered, some doors better left unopened, for the answers, however tempting, may ultimately lead to more darkness than light. The open sea, a symbol of both freedom and the unknown, continued to beckon, its siren song forever entwined with the memory of the Oceana, a haunting reminder that some voyages once embarked upon leave an indelible mark on the soul, their mysteries forever etched in the annals of our collective imagination.